and girls, make sure that you're sitting on your bottom. Check that. Are you sitting on your bottom? Say check. Are your hands in your lap? Say check. And is your mouth closed? Okay, you can't say check them because your mouth's supposed to be closed. All right? Now look up here. On all your computers, you are going to see this. If you don't see it, you're going to have to find it and click on it 2 times. Point to it and go 1, 2.
1, 2.
And hopefully you won't see somebody else's name on there, but if you do, we have to erase it. You guys all came with special cards, and if you didn't, we'll have to get you some. And on your login cards, you're going to have your name on the top and maybe some other letters. And on the bottom, what do we have there?
Numbers.
Numbers. 1. Read them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's try that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's your password. Can you say password? So on the top is your username. I want you to point to this right here. This says username. And I'm going to type in, boys and girls, I'm going to type in a name from another class, and then I'm going to use a name from your class. So her name is Nicole. And what goes on, that's on the top box. Everybody point to the top box. That's where you type your username or your name that's on your card. And who knows what goes on the bottom?
The password.
And what is the password?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You are so smart. You are so smart.
I got
Everybody say 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Look up here. This is where your numbers are. And all you have to do is go straight in a row at the top of your keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all you have to do. Now, boys and girls, we're going to do something. So you need to be listening. When you get to the computer, everybody, instead of doing your name first, I want you to do your password first. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then your teacher and I will help you do your username on the top. Unless you're super smart and you know how to do it. But if you're super smart and you know how to do it, then you go ahead and type your name. Boys and girls, when some of you log in, turn around and pay attention. When some of you log in, this is what happens. Now you're going to see 2 different examples. So this is the first example. And don't say save password. Say not now. Some of you may see a book. If you see a book, click on the blue start button. It has an S. Start. Everybody say start.
Start.
And you're going to do these particular test exercises. Now look, there's another S button. It's blue too. Can you point to it?
Yeah.
And it's start.
Which word has the same vowel sound as the word play?
So it wants you to know which one of these sounds like play. And you don't know how to read it, so you don't know. So if you don't know, boys and girls, it's okay. Just click on one of these circles. Point to any of them. See how you put a little black dot in them? And then after you put that on there, go down here, point to that blue, and you're going to go next. Say that next.
Next.
It's even got an X. Hear that? Next, X, next. And then choose one of these. If you don't know what the question is, see that speaker? Point to the speaker. Point to it. Yay. Click
See
on
the
it.
picture of a fish. Click on the letters that make the ending sound in fish.
Do you know what fish ends with? Anybody?
Fish.
No, but just take a guess. Which one? Do you think it's the first bubble, the second bubble, the third bubble, or the fourth bubble?
The fourth one.
You think it's the fourth one? Okay, I'll click on that. Now, where do we click? Say next.
Next.
See the picture of a pole. Click on the letter that makes the vowel sound in pole.
Do you know the vowel sound in pole? What letter do you hear?
Oh.
Who said O? Oh, there you go. Everybody point to the blue button. Say next.
Next.
Okay, so that
The
is
letter
how.
that makes the sound.
So that is how we do this one. Some of you may not be on it. I'm going to show you what else you might be on. And when it's time to go, if you happen to be on this one, look at the bottom and it's red. It's kind of like stop red dot. Remember stop red dot? We're going to do that, but first you've got to exit. Point to that and say exit.
Exit.
And then way at the top, this is so important, boys and girls, I want you to point to that. It says log out. Can you say that?
Log out.
Way at the top. And that's what you're going to need to do when it's time to go. You're going to need to log out. And then it's going to take you back to the beginning. Yay! Now, some of you may see something else when you log in. So I'm going to use one of your cards. Can I have one of your cards? Okay, that's a good one right there. Now watch. I'm going to type his name in. And then what goes on the bottom, boys and girls?
The password.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And blue button. Point to the blue button. Point. Oh, I don't see everybody pointing. Yay. Don't save it. Oh, see, you guys are on that same one too, huh? So I want to show you what it's going to look like when you get to the other games. Quiet, boys and girls. So I'm going to show you another student who's in another class. Now watch what happens. Some of you, when you get past the bubbles, the one I just showed you, you're going to see these guys. So we're not going to go with the dog. We're going to go with the, look up here. We're going to look at the spaceman beaver looking guy. Everybody point to this blue button right by his bubble head. Can you say bubble head? And then you're going to see a bunch of games. You're going to see a whale and a lady with weird hair. And maybe some of these will light up for you. So I'm going to start with the whale, the fish.
Whaling time. We're no fishing ships, and you're no seaweed head. Let's do this. What? Water drill. Practice makes a perfect memory.
Okay, so I'm going to click on one of these guys and see what happens.
Dog. Tom. Child.
So I'm trying to find the one that sounds the same.
Dog. Dog.
Those two sound the same. And when you just find two that are the same, you click on them.
Tom. Tom. Child.
That one has a ch sound, huh? So we got to find the fish with a ch sound.
Bomb.
Does that have a ch sound? No.
Bomb.
That has a buh sound. Doesn't that one have a buh sound too?
Bomb.
The other one.
Yay.
Child. 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 Child.
Why isn't it going? There we go. Oh, did you see that? They shot him right out of that cannon. So it keeps going and keeps going. And when it's time to end that game, when you get all the way to the end or when the bell rings and it's time to go, we're going to red dot. Everybody say stop.
Stop.
Red dot.
Red dot.
Now don't red dot again. Nope, nope, nope. Don't red dot again. We go to the log out button, remember? Everybody point to the top blue button and say log out. And that's where you're going to go back to. And you're going to leave that right there. You don't even need to red dot again. You don't need to do that. Now I'm going to show you one of the other games, boys and girls, and then we'll get started. So please listen. Put your listening ears on. Let's go here. Now let's see what she does.
Did you know the smartest brain is often the most patient brain?
Granny has a special way of sending her animals out to pasture. Help Granny move the animals out of her barn and over the fence. Click the yellow planet and listen to the sounds. As soon as you hear the sound change, click the animal.
See this up here? That's what you're going to click on. That's Saturn, the yellow planet on this game. Now, it wants you to listen for change. So I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say apple, 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 banana. And when you hear banana, I want you to raise your hand. But do not raise your hand until I say banana. Ready? Apple, 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 banana. Banana, 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 banana. When it changes again, put your hand down. Banana, banana. Ah, I didn't change. Banana, 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 apple, 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 apple. See, I changed. You have to click when it changes. So let's see what happens in this game. You're going to hear sounds like ch, 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 sh, sh, sh. And you raise your hand when you hear it change. Let's try that. Ch, 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 sh, sh. Oh, I changed. Did you hear that? Let's try it again. Ch, 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 sh, 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 sh. Nobody heard that change? Let's try it one more time. Cha, 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 cha. There, some of you heard it change. All right, let's listen. Oh, I heard it change again. Let's try it. Listen. Click on the planet. Oh, I heard it change there. Did you hear it change? Let's try it again. One more time. Oh, that one changed. All right, so then what do we do? Say it's time to go. What do we do?
Stop red dot.
Very good. And then after the stop red dot,
Put the blue out.
the blue log out button at the very top. Everybody point to the very top. And then you're going to push in your chairs. What are we supposed to put away too? The headphones. And that reminds me, let's repeat after me. I will not put the headphone wires in my mouth. Don't put your card in your mouth either. Oh, let's start over again. Since some of you are putting your login cards in your mouth, say, I will not put things in my mouth. Can you remember that? So remember, boys and girls, when it's time to go, and after you did your red dot and your log out, you're going to push in your chair, you're going to put up your headphones, and you're going to stand in front of your chair. Now, some of you have your cards, so you're going to get on the computers. And if you don't have a card, normally in some classes, we might pass out the cards to you. So you need to sit on the carpet till we pass out your cards. But since you already have your cards because your teacher was well prepared, we're going to walk slowly and quietly to the computer and start our login process.